question, because you're going to answer the first question.
Sure. You know what would be super rad though is if we could just see our mouths moving, but we get like two celebrities to do voiceover.
That would be pretty.
Like Samuel L. Jackson and Patrick Stewart.
That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Or we could just do accents the entire time.
No good at accents.
Okay. That's fine.
Hey, welcome to Joey Rideau. That's James. I'm Kirk, and today we're going to chat a little bit about our best practice in terms of enrolling hospitality and paying tribute to 10 Up while we tighten up.
So Kirk, what goal did we set out and why?
We set out to acknowledge hospitality wins through the avenue of our pre-shifts.
Great.
And how do we feel our goal would help deliver hospitality initiatives while also paying tribute to 10 Up while we tighten up?
Yeah, that's a good question. For us, it was really about creating a shift in the way we think about hospitality within these four walls and creating a culture around it. And then from there, the result was increase in sales, partner morale increasing, and obviously positive guest reviews. So it was a win on all three. For you, how did you enroll or engage the team in our goal?
I think we were in a unique position because the pre-shift is itself an enrollment tool. So we were already kind of halfway there. And then for us, we really engaged our leaders and partners through the sharing of their stories with the rest of the store and then the reward side of the program. If you could list the specific steps that we took to achieve our goal, how would you do that?
Step one, get the reviews. So gather them from our online sources, and then from there we'd pinpoint people's names. So if Andrew got a review, we'd make sure that we put him in the one pile so we could recognize him for it. Then from there, we actually took those reviews that we had selected and presented them to the team in pre-shifts. So we'd do one day, one night for both front and back. And in those pre-shifts, we'd make sure that we rewarded those partners, whether it was some fun socks, a bottle of wine, meal on us. We really wanted to make sure that they weren't only being recognized, but also rewarded for the great work that they did. Then from there, whichever stories we pre-shifted, those would be entered into our variance report or daily logout. So the first thing that you'd see anytime you open them up was that story that we shared. And that way it wasn't just the partners that were a part of the pre-shift, it was the entire leadership team that got to share in that. And I think you did a really good job as well in all of your leadership meetings. You actually section a piece of time so that you can focus on hospitality stories and partner recognition. So that's really good. For you, though, what do you feel is the key to our success?
I think the key to the success of this program would be the consistency and repetition of it. Doing it twice a day for the front of house, twice a day for the back of house led to a high level of enrollment.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
How do you feel we could have done this differently to make the results we achieved even better?
The only way we could have done this any better is if we enrolled people at a higher level right from the beginning. So for us, I think we could have just cut down that gap from 5 weeks to 1 week by enrolling everybody at a much higher level. And then if someone else was to do this, what advice would you give them?
For me, there's two parts. The first part would be the consistency of this. Like I said, you really have to do it twice a day for the front of house, twice a day for the back of house to really see the results you want to see out of this. And then the second part would be the celebrating the big and small wins. The big hospitality stories are really easy to recognize and reward, and it's the small ones that often go unnoticed, but we found those were just as important as the bigger ones.
Great.
And that's our best practice for recognizing or pushing our hospitality goals forward and tightening up while we 10 up.
That was easy. Got it on the first take.
Right?